best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This powerful lesson reminds us that, often, the actions of those who seek to hurt us are carefully calculated to make us lose control and hit us where it hurts the most. They expect us to react impulsively, to show weakness, or to stoop to their level. But what if we chose a more intelligent path? Imagine an experienced fighter who, instead of wasting energy by retaliating impulsively and playing the opponent's game, opts to stay calm, observe, and choose responses wisely. He knows the fight won't be won by the number of blows landed, but by maintaining his posture and control, frustrating his opponent through precision. Similarly, in everyday life, when we show no importance to the received attack, the aggressor feels frustrated, realizing their efforts are useless against someone immune to their provocations. This is the essence of Stoicism, focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes, and letting go of what is beyond our control. In this video, we will discuss practical ways to respond to people who hurt you based on the principles of Stoicism. Prepare to transform the way you face offenses, adopting strategies that work and also elevate your character. By practicing these techniques, you not only frustrate those who seek to hurt you, but also strengthen yourself with every challenge overcome. Let's go. Number 1. Ignore and do not react. One of the most powerful ways to respond to people who hurt you is simply to ignore them and not react. When you choose not to respond to provocations and offenses, you demonstrate emotional control and moral superiority that can be disarming to the aggressor. This act of self-control shows that you do not allow the actions or words of others to have power over your emotions and reactions. Ignoring someone who has hurt you is an effective form of revenge because it denies the person the satisfaction of seeing that they have affected you. Often, those who hurt you are seeking a reaction, hoping to see the impact of their actions. By not reacting, you take that power away from them and keep your dignity intact. Moreover, this approach is deeply aligned with Stoic principles, which emphasize focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. You cannot control the behavior of others. Ignoring and not reacting is a way to reaffirm this internal control and preserve your peace of mind. Instead of engaging in confrontations that can escalate and cause more pain, opting to ignore allows you to maintain your focus on what really matters, your own well-being and personal growth. This act of non-reaction can be seen as a silent victory, where your resilience and inner strength speak louder than any impulsive word or action could. Number 2. Respond with kindness. This can be one of the most effective ways to deal with the situation. Treating with kindness those who hurt you not only confuses the aggressor, but also lessens the impact of the offense, demonstrating your emotional maturity. By choosing kindness, you rise above negativity and resentment, showing that you are not swayed by the emotions of the moment. When you respond with kindness, it can disarm the person who hurt you. Often, the expected reaction is anger or confrontation, and by responding kindly, you break this negative cycle. This attitude can lead the aggressor to reflect on their actions, and in some cases, even reconsider their behavior. Kindness also has a positive effect on you. Choosing to be kind, even in the face of hurt, promotes a sense of inner peace and self-respect. You are showing yourself that you are capable of controlling your reactions and acting according to your values, regardless of external circumstances. Responding with kindness does not mean allowing others to mistreat you. It is a way of setting boundaries that do not fuel conflict. You can be firm and kind at the same time, making it clear that you do not tolerate disrespect, but choosing not to respond with aggression. This approach aligns with Stoic principles, which value maintaining calm and rationality in the face of adversity. By responding with kindness, you are exercising control over your emotions and actions, a pillar of Stoic philosophy. Number 3. Seek justice, not revenge. When someone hurts you, the impulsive reaction may be to seek revenge, but a more effective and constructive way to respond is to seek justice. Opting to resolve the situation through just and legal means, instead of taking justice into your own hands, demonstrates maturity and respect for the rule of law. Seeking justice means turning to competent authorities, legal systems, or institutional procedures to resolve the issue. This can include filing a formal complaint, seeking mediation, or consulting a lawyer, depending on the severity of the offense. This path not only offers an impartial resolution, but also protects you from the potential negative repercussions that personal revenge might bring. For example, if you are a victim of defamation in the workplace, instead of confronting the aggressor aggressively, a more prudent approach would be to document the evidence and take the case to human resources, or even the justice system, if necessary. This not only preserves your integrity, but can also result in appropriate consequences for the aggressor, based on the law and organizational policies. Choosing justice over revenge aligns with Stoic principles of rationality and self-control. Stoics teach that we should act according to reason and virtue, instead of being guided by destructive emotions, like anger or the desire for revenge. Seeking justice is an act of discipline and wisdom, focusing on solving the problem in an ethical and balanced manner. Moreover, by seeking justice, you are promoting a fairer and safer environment for everyone around you. When individuals know that harmful behaviors will be treated justly and legally, there is a greater likelihood that such behaviors will be discouraged in the future. Number 4. Establish clear boundaries. Communicating your boundaries firmly demonstrates that you do not tolerate disrespect and that you value your emotional well-being. Setting and expressing these boundaries is a form of self-respect and an effective way to protect yourself from harmful behaviors. When you establish boundaries, you are informing the other person about what is and is not acceptable in your relationship. This helps prevent future hurts by making clear what actions or words you will not tolerate. For example, if someone frequently makes derogatory comments about you, it is important to assertively say, "I do not accept you speaking to me that way." Communicating your boundaries firmly but respectfully does not mean being rude or aggressive. It is possible to be assertive without losing composure or kindness. Saying, "I feel disrespected when you do that, and I need you to stop," is an example of how you can set boundaries clearly and directly. In addition to protecting your well-being, establishing clear boundaries also teaches people to respect you. Often, people test our boundaries to see how far they can go. By being consistent and firm in enforcing your boundaries, you show that you are serious about how you expect to be treated. The Stoic perspective can also be applied here. Stoics believe in the importance of maintaining dignity and tranquility in the face of adversity. Establishing boundaries is a way of maintaining that dignity, as you are taking care of yourself and not allowing others to negatively influence your emotional state. Number 5. Focus on solutions, not problems. An effective way to respond to people who hurt you is to redirect the conversation towards practical solutions instead of dwelling on the offense. By focusing on solutions, you avoid the negative spiral of resentment and anger, and work proactively to resolve the situation constructively. When someone hurts you, it is natural to feel frustrated and want to repeatedly discuss the offense. However, focusing excessively on the problem can intensify negative feelings and prevent real progress from being made. Instead, trying to understand the root of the problem and seeking ways to resolve it can turn a negative situation into an opportunity for growth and learning. For example, if a coworker made an offensive comment, instead of reacting with anger or fixating on what was said, you can address the situation by asking, "What can we do to ensure this doesn't happen again?" Or how can we improve our communication to avoid misunderstandings in the future? This type of approach not only demonstrates maturity and self-control, but also shows that you are committed to creating a more harmonious and productive environment. This attitude of focusing on solutions aligns with Stoic principles, which emphasize the importance of controlling our reactions and focusing on what we can change. Stoics believe that by directing our energy towards constructive actions, we can maintain our peace of mind and promote overall well-being. Moreover, this approach helps to transform the dynamic of the relationship by showing that you are more interested in resolving the problem than perpetuating the conflict. You can disarm the other person and open a more effective communication channel. This can lead to greater mutual understanding and potentially a stronger and more respectful relationship. Number 6. Use humor. Responding with a joke or witty remark can disarm tension, showing that you do not take the offense seriously and that you are not easily shaken by it. Humor has the power to change the dynamics of the interaction, turning a moment of confrontation into a more manageable and lighter situation. When you respond with humor, you break the cycle of negativity that the other person is trying to create. Often, those who hurt you expect a reaction of anger or sadness, and by responding humorously, you confuse the aggressor and lessen the impact of the offense. This approach can even lead the person to reflect on their actions and realize how futile their attempts to hurt you were. Additionally, using humor shows a high level of emotional intelligence. It means that you can maintain control over your emotions and choose a response that not only protects your own peace of mind, but can also diffuse a potentially confrontational situation. Humor can be a powerful tool for setting boundaries in a light and effective way without resorting to direct confrontations. For example, if someone makes an unpleasant comment about you, a humorous response, like "I'll make a note of that and discuss it with my therapist next session," can turn a critique into a moment of laughter, showing that you are not willing to take the offense seriously. This attitude not only protects your self-esteem, but also demonstrates that you have enough confidence to handle difficult situations constructively. The Stoic perspective can also be applied here, as Stoics believed in the importance of maintaining serenity in the face of adversity. Using humor is a way of showing that you are above petty provocations and prefer to respond in a way that preserves your inner tranquility. Number 7. Develop resilience. To cultivate this vital skill, it is important to practice self-reflection, taking time to think about your experiences and emotions. Understanding how and why certain situations affect you can help you develop more effective coping mechanisms. Additionally, maintaining a positive perspective, trying to see challenges as growth opportunities, strengthens your ability to handle future problems. Building a support network of friends, family, or professionals is also essential. During difficult times, talking to someone you trust can help process feelings and find solutions. Taking care of your physical and mental health by practicing physical exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, and ensuring good sleep is fundamental to maintaining your resilience. Activities like meditation and mindfulness can help reduce stress and increase mental clarity. Setting realistic goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction. Working in small steps to achieve these goals can increase your confidence and resilience. Moreover, learning from experiences, seeing each adversity as a lesson, allows you to apply that knowledge in the future. The Stoic perspective emphasizes the importance of accepting what we cannot change and focusing on controlling our reactions. Developing resilience is a way of internalizing this philosophy, as it allows you to maintain serenity and stability, even in the face of provocations and offenses. When you are resilient, offenses lose the power to deeply affect you. You can recover more quickly and continue moving forward without letting others' negativity define your emotional state or actions. This not only improves your quality of life, but also demonstrates an inner strength that inspires respect and admiration. Number 8. Avoid a defensive or aggressive reaction. By withdrawing with dignity, you maintain your integrity and show that you are not easily shaken by provocations. Number 9. Improve yourself. Constantly seeking to improve your skills and abilities is an effective way to show that you have not been negatively affected by the actions or words of others. By doing this, you not only strengthen yourself, but also send a clear message of resilience and determination. When you direct your energy towards personal development, whether through education, new skills, physical activities, or hobbies, you are building a stronger and more confident version of yourself. This focus on self-improvement transforms hurt into motivation, turning what could be a negative experience into a catalyst for growth. Moreover, improving yourself demonstrates that you do not allow the negative attitudes of others to define who you are or how you feel. By focusing on your own goals and aspirations, you establish a sense of purpose and direction that transcends any attempt to bring you down. This act of self-improvement is a form of silent and effective revenge, showing that you are immune to attempts to harm you. This approach is also deeply rooted in Stoic principles. Stoics believe that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions and reactions, and let go of what is beyond our control, such as the behavior of others. By improving yourself, you are exercising this control and cultivating a life of excellence and virtue. For example, if someone makes destructive criticisms about your professional skills, instead of being discouraged, you can invest in courses, workshops, or projects that enhance your competencies. By reaching new levels of success and competence, you prove to yourself and others that you are capable of overcoming adversities and emerging even stronger. Number 10. Reflect before making decision. Taking a moment to think before responding avoids impulsive reactions that can aggravate the situation and bring negative consequences. This approach promotes calm and rationality, allowing you to choose the best course of action based on logic rather than emotions of the moment. When someone hurts you, The instinctive reaction may be immediate and filled with emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness. However, these impulsive reactions often worsen the situation and can lead to even greater conflicts. By pausing and reflecting, you give yourself the opportunity to assess the situation more clearly and objectively. To practice this reflection, consider some questions before responding. What is the goal of my response? Will this solve the problem or just increase the conflict? How can I express my feelings in a way that promotes a solution rather than creating more problems? These questions help direct your response in a constructive and effective way. The Stoic perspective is especially useful in this context. Stoics teach the importance of maintaining serenity and emotional control in all situations. Reflecting before making decisions is a way to apply this philosophy in practice. By doing so, you are exercising self-control and preventing momentary emotions from dominating your actions. For example, if someone insults you in a moment of anger, instead of immediately responding with a verbal counterattack, you can choose to take a deep breath, think about what you really want to communicate, and then respond calmly and assertively. This not only avoids escalating the conflict, but also demonstrates your maturity and ability to maintain composure under pressure. Moreover, this approach can lead to better long-term results. Well-thought-out responses tend to be more effective in resolving conflicts and preserving relationships. They show that you value respectful communication and are committed to resolving misunderstandings in a civilized manner. I hope you enjoyed the video. And since you made it to the end, write Armored Wisdom in the comments. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. See you soon.